Hello smart people, Miss H here. In this video, I'm going to walk you through Unit 1 practice test. Okay, we're going to go over question number 1. Enter the fraction that equivalent to 0.12. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert the decimal point to the fraction. So we have, this is 1200. That would be 12 over 100. Okay. And since there's a repeating bar, it means that it's going to be repeated 0.12, 12, 12, and keep going forever. So the way to find a fraction that has the number repeated is that you're going to take 1 away from the denominator. So that will give you 12 over 99. Now you can go ahead and use the calculator, plug this into your calculator. You will see we end up with 0.12121212 forever. This is good, but it's not good enough. This fraction can be reduced, so you have to reduce a fraction to the lowest form. So reduce this by 3, you will end up with 4 over 33. That's it. Okay. Number 2. So same problem, different number. So this time we only have one number, which is 5. So there's only one number after decimal points, mean that it's 5 over 10. Again, one number after decimal point is over 10, two numbers over 100. Or think about place value, this is 5/10. Okay. So now, since there's a repeating bar, what do we have to do? Repeating bar, we're going to subtract 1 at the denominator. If your decimal point is not repeated, you don't have to take away 1. If it is repeated, then take away 1. That would be 5 over 9. 5 over 9 is the lowest form, the simplest form. You cannot reduce it anymore. That's it. Alright, number 3. So go ahead, pause the video before I do it for you. So we have 45 over 100. One last time, if there's a repeating bar, you have to take away 1 at the denominator. So that will be 45 over 99. Okay, don't be too happy. Make sure you reduce your fraction. This can be reduced by 9, which will give us 5 over 11. Okay, that's it for problem 1 through 3. Number 4, 5, and 6 is about rational and irrational. Rational means that the number can write in form of fraction. Can you write something in form of fraction? So that is rational. Alright, so square root of 16 would give you 4. Since the negative square of 16, that would be negative 4. So can you write that in fraction? The answer is yes, which is 4 over 1. So yes, it's rational. Negative 8 pi. Pi is 3.1415 and this keep going forever. So whenever you see pi, mean that is irrational. Again, because this is at the decimal point, that never stops. It's keep going forever. Okay. Next one, negative 11 over 4. It's already in fraction form, so yes, it's rational. Negative 59 over 8 with the bar on top. So that is like negative 59. And 8 over 10 minus 1, which is 9. Again, repeating bar that we just did earlier. We take away 1 from the denominator. So yes, you can turn them in fractions, so it's rational. Okay. Next one, negative 3 square root of 3. Square root of 3 is not a perfect square number. You have to use calculator to find the value of square of 3, which is 1.732050808, and let's keep going forever. So this is irrational. Again, you cannot, this is not a perfect square number. You need to use a calculator is the easy way to do it. But if you cannot figure it out right at the right on the top of your head, which means that it's not a perfect square number. Alright, square root of 13. There's no number multiplied itself twice give you 13, so it's irrational. And we talked about this before. If you see pi, it's irrational. Okay, next one, 72.42 with the repeating bar, mean that you can write them in fraction. It is rational. 49.52 also can be written in fraction, so it's rational. Square root of 25, which is 5, is negative square root of 25, so it's negative 5. That is negative 5 over 1. It is rational number. Alright, number 6. Check all statements that are true. Okay. Since 49 is a perfect square, square root of 49 is the rational number. So basically we just focus on the last statement. Square root of 49 is rational. Is that true? The answer is yes. It's true. Give them a check mark. Check our true statement. So square of 49, which is 7. 7 can be written in fractions. It is rational. 14.1 with a repeating bar is irrational. We can write this in fraction. It's supposed to be rational. This statement say it's irrational, so it's wrong. Okay, so we don't do check mark there. Since 5 is not a perfect square, square root of 5 is irrational. Square root of 5 is not a perfect square number. The closest perfect square number is square root of 4. So this is irrational. This is true. 2/3 is irrational. Wrong. 2/3 is rational. Okay, this one say irrational, so it's wrong. 9.14 is rational, which means 9.14 can be written in fraction. The answer is yes, so we give them a check mark. Alright, we're heading to number 7, 8, and 9. Okay, this kind of problem is designed that you can do, I would say mental math would mean you can estimate it to the near perfect square number to solve for the problem. Okay, so number 7, fill in the box with greater than, less than, or equal. So you have one side is 5, the other side is 3 plus square root of 15. So square root of 15 stay in the between two perfect square number, which is square root of 9 and square root of 16. 9 is 3 times 3, 16 is 4 times 4. So square root of 9 is 3 and square root of 16 is 4. 15 closer to 16. So we will estimate square of 15 approximately around 4. Right? We round it to the nearest square root, which is 4. They say 3 plus square of 15, which means 3 plus 4 in our case, which is 7. 7 is bigger than 5, so we're going to draw that. Number 8. We're going to work inside of the square root first. 12 plus 5 plus 9, that would be 26. Square root of 26. So the square root that closer to square root of 26, which is square root of 25. Right? We can do like earlier 25, and the next one is 6 times 6 is 36. 26 is closer to 25. Right? So approximately around 25, which is square root of 25 is 5. Okay. Now on the other side, you have square root of 8. So closer to square root of 8 is square root of 9. We round it to the nearest perfect square number. Square root of 9, which give you 3, over 2, which can be divided out is 1.5. So 5 is bigger than 1.5, is go this direction. Alligator, eat the bigger guy. Okay, alligator, eat the bigger number. Alright, number 9. Number 9, 5 divided by 3. So that will be 1 whole and 2/3. That is about 1.6 with the repeating bar. 2 square root of 3. So the nearest perfect square number 2 square root of 3 is square root of 4. Right? Between square root of 3 is between square root of 1 and square root of 4. The closest one is square root of 4. Then we bring down the 2. 2 of square root of 4, which means 2 times square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 2, which is 4. So obviously 1.6 is less than 4. So we're going to draw the inequality sign this way. Alright. Okay, let's go over the 10 through 12, and then we're going to end our video, the first video here after 10 through 12. Number 10, square root of 9.6. So the nearest perfect square number to 9.6 is square root of 9, which is 3. Okay. Square of 5 over 2. The nearest square root to square of 5 is square of 4, divided by 2. Square root of 4 will be 2 over 2, which is 1. Okay, so 3 bigger than 1. Okay, number 11. The nearest square root to square of 15.5 is square root of 16, so which is 4. Okay. 2 square of 5 is similar like we just did. The nearest square root to square of 5 is square root of 4, which is 2 square of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 2, which is 4. So here's the problem. They both end up with 4. All the number that we estimate is further away from each other, so it's easy to tell. Now both of them equal to 4. You cannot say they are equal to each other because we estimate. So we round the number up, the other one down. So it's not exactly at 4. So we need to change our strategy a little bit. Okay, so we're going to look at 15.5. 15.5 less than 16, right? 15.5 is less than 16. So when you round it to 4, the value is actually less than 4. So I'm going to put 4 less. Again, 15 less than 16, so the actual answer is less than 4. Same strategy apply for this. 5 bigger than 4. So even you rounded 2, that is more than 2. You round down to the nearest perfect square number. The actual value is more, 2 more. So when you multiply with 2, that will give you 4 more. So 1 is 4 less, 1 is 4 more. So you can draw the inequality sign that eats the bigger guy. Alright, number 12. Cube root of 110. So the nearest cube root, the perfect cube number, close to 110 is 125. And cube root of 125, which is 5. We do the same on the other side. So the nearest perfect square number to square root of 7 is square root of 9. I'm going to bring down 3. So that will be 3 times square root of 9 is 3, which is 9. Draw the inequality sign that eats the bigger guy. Alright, I believe that would be it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you on the next video.